Hi everybody, I just got back from a range session with the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 pistol, and I fired two kinds of ammo while I was there, the CCI Mini-Mag 40 grain round nose and also the Federal 550 bolt pack. Both of them function just fine. The magazine, I can tell you for sure, holds 12 rounds, and the spring is very easy to load. It's not very heavy tension, so it's pretty easy to just do it by hand. You don't necessarily have to have a speed loader. I just wish I had extra magazines. Can't get any right now. But function everything wise was just fine. After I came back, I did do a detailed field strip and cleaning, which I'm not showing on video here, but I did, just to make sure there was nothing silly going on inside. And I did not notice any metal shavings or any unusual wear patterns or anything like that, so I think everything's good. Now, a lot of people online have asked me, what about other kinds of ammo, such as the Remington Golden Bullet and Winchester 333 bolt packs? These are the only two kinds of 22 ammunition which I keep on hand. I found that these work fine. This works for everything. This works pretty much just as well as the CCI. I've had problems before with the other brands. If I try to use Remington Golden Bullet, I get failures to fire. Some of the primers get hit, but the primers don't ignite. And then Winchester 333 I just found to be dirty and unreliable in feeding. So that's why I've standardized on these two, so I can't tell you about any other kinds of ammo. While I was there at the range, I was also firing the Smith & Wesson 9mm alongside. So you will see footage, which I'll roll in, of me firing the 22 and then the 9mm alternatively to show kind of relative performance between the two. And obviously the muzzle blast is different than the sound the 9mm makes is much louder. Now, comparing the three firearms that I have side by side here, I've got the 2245, the M&P 22, and the M&P 9. Talking about the trigger pull, since I was able to fire this gun for approximately 150 rounds, I can definitely tell you the trigger pull is not as light as the M&P 9. It has a clean break, which I really like the clean break, but it takes a little bit more force to activate the trigger. So I find myself pulling on the trigger, expecting a shot, and then have to use more force than I'm used to with the 9. It is definitely not as light as the 2245, which I really like for target shooting. So that's my impressions of it so far with about 150 rounds. I'm very satisfied with this, and I'm very satisfied that even new, it fed all of the rounds without any stoppages, any jams, no silliness at all, just worked great. And the accuracy, I think, was pretty good. You'll see from the video that I roll in that I was able to hit those steel plates pretty well once I determined what the point of impact was. The point of impact is a little bit different between the two guns. I'm having to run a little bit of like a hold at the bottom of the plate with this one, and maybe a hold at the top of the plate to hit those steel plates on my spinner target. They're obviously not going to be exactly the same. One more thing I wanted to talk about here. You remember in my detailed field strip that I did on my benchtop review, I had this toolkit was in the box, and I did not know what this toolkit was for. The instruction manual doesn't make much reference to it. It says that, I think it says that you can adjust the sights, so I think maybe these Allen keys are for the sights. But it doesn't say anything about this wrench. When I was doing a detailed cleaning after the range, I noticed that there is this small thing on the front of the barrel here, and I think that this wrench is for turning that. It may unscrew, and it may give you some threaded barrel or something. I don't know, because the instruction doesn't say, and I have not attempted to unscrew mine. But I think that's what that's for. I think this is a bushing that comes off of here, and maybe there's some threads underneath. So, alright, well that's all I had for now, and I hope you found this to be informative. Please vote like, and if I see enough like votes, then I'll know to keep making these videos. Thank you.